In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the side effects of running Facebook ads to promote your music on streaming services. Obviously, the main goal of running a campaign like that is to actually get streams and followers and saves and playlist ads on whatever music service you're trying to promote, whether it's Spotify or Apple Music or something else. But very often, I would say always, there are side effects of running those campaigns, positive side effects. And some of them are pretty substantial. So I want to walk you through those in this video. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is actually on YouTube. So I'll share my screen here, but I want to tell you something first. A lot of people ask me, how come you've said in the past if you had $1,000 to promote a song, you might spend $850 on Facebook ads, $100 on YouTube ads, and $50 on like SubmitHub or something like that. Why don't you put more on YouTube? And the reason is when you run YouTube ads, you tend to not have much of a crossover onto streaming services. But when you run the Facebook ads, you have a pretty big crossover to YouTube. And so that's why I spend significantly more. Like, this is my band, Every Waking Moment, one of my projects. I also release music under Andrew Southworth, if you've never heard of me before. But this project, we've never run any YouTube ads. All 1,100 subscribers and all 50,000 or so views, I don't know if it shows, I guess 80,000 views, are just as a side effect of running Facebook ads. Now, we've put out like 6 songs, I think, maybe it's 5. And each campaign has gotten between $500 and $1,000 depending on the song. So I think we've probably spent a total of $5,000 in this project since we launched it 7 months ago. But in terms of streams, we've gotten a ton. You can look it up yourself and see our stream count and our follower count. We've gotten a couple hundred people on our mailing list, over 1,000 or 2,000 social media followers, and then this, over 1,100 subscribers on YouTube and 80,000 views. So that's a pretty substantial crossover from Facebook ads, especially when you compare it to our Spotify numbers, which I'll go grab now. So if we take a look at the Spotify stats, like in the campaigns we're promoting these 5 songs that we've run, we're really trying to get people to go to Spotify and Apple, and like 85% of people go to Spotify, and then like 10% go to Apple. Very small percentage actually click to go to YouTube. And so what that means is people are hearing the song, liking it enough to go look it up on their own, or if they never clicked in the first place, they just looked it up on their own, and it's just value add. But if I look at the lifetime stats for this, you can see kind of our total stats here, which I don't know, that's like 150,000 streams or 170,000 streams, and our follower count is around 2,500. So that's a pretty good crossover, right? 2,500 followers on Spotify and 1,100 subscribers on YouTube. This is almost 50% of our Spotify numbers that we've grown as a side effect, right? Like, we didn't think we were going to get anything on YouTube when we started running these ads. This was just a happy accident. And one really cool kind of engagement metric that I advise you pay attention to if you're running Facebook ads for your music is pay attention to the comments you get on your YouTube music channel. Some of them are just good to kind of boost your ego, without a doubt the best rock band today, which is just like amazing to hear. But if you scroll down, you can see like, greetings from Brazil. A lot of my ad spend ends up going to Brazil because it's pretty affordable to run ads there. But you will see people say things like, I saw you on Instagram. Like this person here, this song appeared in my Instagram account as an ad and liked it from the first moment. You're awesome guys, greetings from Spain. And I click on this drop down. I don't know what, I don't speak any other language. But this person says same here from Brazil. This person says Instagram, and then I think that's a Brazilian flag. I click this drop down. They say Insta, so I'm guessing they said they saw it on Instagram. And then this person's from the channel you're watching this on. So thanks, Jeffrey, for stopping by and checking out my band. And same for you, Thunder Fox. But there's a lot of people here saying that they saw this as an ad, which a lot of people will say to me, like, well, why would you run ads on social media? Don't people think that's cringy and hate it? And like, yeah, some people do. But some people see it and they love it, and they come over and they're happy they found it, right? Like, sometimes ads are actually a good thing for people if they're giving them something that they actually want. So this is a really cool side effect. Now, a lot of you watching probably like my channel because I go through numbers and stats a lot for all this stuff. And one cool stat from this is that we're halfway to getting monetized, like our YouTube channel. So we have over the 1,000 subscriber requirement, and we have 2,200 watch time hours that we've generated in 7 months out of the 4,000 required. So it's pretty likely that by the time we hit the 1 year mark, so you have to have 4,000 watch time hours within a 1 year period, we'll have a monetized YouTube channel and we'll start making money from these YouTube views aside from like the YouTube music revenue that gets generated. Now, additionally, if we take a look at the kind of lifetime stats of this channel, we launched this in February-ish, February 22nd, I think is when the song came out, something like that. And so, this was our headlocked video. And then about a month after that, we dropped Come Alive in March. And then after that, we dropped I Am, I think. And at some point, like one of the videos just took off pretty damn well organically. And then you can see little spikes, based on kind of when we would launch new songs and when we would launch new ad campaigns. So all the data makes sense. Like if I were to overlay a graph of like ad spend and Facebook ads, I bet there would be a pretty decent correlation to this as well. We can look at the same thing in terms of subscribers too. You can kind of see like similar spikes kind of going up and down that correlate to song releases, which means it correlates to ads as well. And like you can see the other videos these people are watching. Also, interesting fact, a lot of them from the US. And I did a poll of the audience for like my music, and more than 50% of the people I polled said that they listen to music most often on YouTube. So, kind of an interesting thing I didn't suspect, but this all makes sense given this band. This is an alternative metal band, so some song featuring Breaking Benjamin, I Prevail, Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, all bands like that we were targeting in our ads and that we would kind of associate ourselves with as sounding relatively similar to. And a lot of these people are turning on notifications for videos. Like these stats are kind of above average. Now, there are a few other side effects that are pretty cool as well. One, you should see some kind of Facebook messages and DMs that you're getting from people that are liking your music. That's really cool. And when you can, try to talk back to these people as much as possible, because if they're messaging you, they really like what you're doing, unless they're messaging you to tell you to like go F off or something. But for the most part, like a very vast majority of people who are going to message you off your ads are going to be kind of positive stuff. They just really like what you're doing. But on the same note, you will get a decent amount of Instagram followers as a side effect. And that's really how on Instagram I have over 10,000 followers. Obviously, this YouTube channel influences that to some degree. And then also I did kind of start off before I was doing ads with around 3,000 IG followers that I grew organically, but still like the last 7,000 followers have not been through like organically posting social media content. A lot of them came because they saw my ads, liked my music, and decided to follow me as well. And the same thing applies on your Facebook page too. So if you want to learn more about how to run this type of Facebook ad campaign to promote your music on streaming services so you can get all these side effects as well, you can check out this playlist right here where I have a bunch of videos covering that. And if you want an organized course that just takes you through the whole thing step by step and it's always up to date, check out this right here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.